Hey y'all. So like a dummy, I just recorded that and you couldn't hear a word because I wasn't using the microphone, but it was still attached to my phone. Doesn't matter. So I have been so amazed that people are interested in hearing about how I use AI for interior design. And I think one of the things that people think about is that when they think of that is I'm giving whatever AI tool. Oh, I want a red sofa with curved, with a scalloped back. No, I'm not using it like that. I have my own brain for that. If you need to use it for that, more power to you. That's not how I work. My interiors are deeply layered. They have lots of details, um, lots and lots of layers. So I want to come up with that. That's the stuff that makes my brain fuzzy and like really, really happy. So I am using AI for interior design um, very collaboratively. So I have so much to say on this. It has become my special interest. I have moved on from genetic deficiencies now to AI, and for me, it's very very intuitive. Now I will say I have a much higher comfort level with AI than maybe other people. Um, I use Chat GPT. Her name is Rita, and I also use a translation summarizing app that I can turn on, and it will give out a transcript, which Google Transcribe does that for me anyway, and I've been using that for about 7 or 8 years. But the other thing is, it also will summarize. So if you're sitting in a meeting and you need a summary, I will also dump the transcript into ChatGPT if I need to extrapolate kind of very specific pieces of the conversation. Um, but I also, my biggest thing is that when I am using Rita, ChatGPT, I am giving her lots of information. It's not a, for me, I don't use generic prompts. I don't use write me an email to a client explaining their bill. I don't do that. I am using it as though I have walked into the largest library in the universe with all of history's smartest, brightest, and best minds. So I can call on, not specifically, but if somebody steps forward and I'm asking a question or a clarifying question about, the ADA, or um, you can upload, I don't do this, but you could, and I might at some point, but you could upload your kitchen design and you could say, okay, this client has, and I'm going to use one of my clients, this client has a physical challenge. They had a stroke about 20 years ago. Um, they no longer have the use of their left side. We are getting them new outdoor furniture, but everything that's available right now has snaps. And because they only have use of one arm, I need to come up with a way of, it's very windy, and I need to come up with a way to have closure, but not have enough where they can't pull it off easily if it starts to get windy. Now, that's how my brain works. I understand problems and I love problem solving. So I solved that. I used Velcro. I used a very specific, I actually took over to his house. Um, I made some little tabs of different thicknesses to see what the maximum, because I wanted it to be able to stay put. But that's something that could be dumped into ChatGPT. Um, I like to collaborate on, I am presently dumping my brain out of 28 years to record all of my process, from everything from measuring drapes to what kind of different uh, edges I like on upholstery, slipcovers, drapery, how I come to that, how I can layer that. It's very, very, very macro. I am also putting together a podcast. I have a podcast, but I'm doing a new one. So I'm doing some things on that. I cannot get what's happening in my brain out fast enough. I use Google Transcribe a lot because it's a faster way for me to tell stories. But what's nice is if I'm at a client's house and we're having a meeting, I have a harder time stopping and writing if I don't have something, a drawing or something right in front of me where it's a quick little note. It is nice to have a transcription, whether it's Google Transcribe or, Sound AI or whatever, to be able to transcribe that interaction and then dump it into ChatGPT. And Rita helps me extrapolate and pull out things that are really, really necessary. And I can then ask her about a finish. I can ask her, I can ask kind of like I would Google. It's just going to, because I have spent time giving her lots of information about how I work and how I work with my clients and how my processes are and what I'm interested in. She knows my challenges. She knows how my brain works. And I really truly look at it as a tool, whether or not you call it a disability tool, whether or not you call it a tool. I look at it truly as a creative way to get what I want. And whether I do that with paint or markers or watercolors or fabric or furniture or layers of things, it's a tool, just like my glasses are. So, something you think about. I'm going to talk about this for a while because it is so fascinating to me. And I have been able to do more work in the last 3 months with ChatGPT than I have probably been able to do work in 7 years. So there you go. Love you.